In League of Legends, many champions will buy armor-increasing items in order to deal with a champion that deals large amounts of physical damage. In response, the damage-dealing champion will often buy items that give them armor penetration or armor reduction. The two most common items in this role are the Last Whisper and the Black Cleaver. Due to the similarities between these items, it is often argued which is better to buy. In this episode of Lol Math, we'll analyze the cost-effectiveness of both items in a few different situations. For starters, let's look at the differences between the two items. A Last Whisper costs 2,290 gold. It also grants a champion 40 bonus attack damage and 40% armor penetration. A Black Cleaver costs 2,865 gold. It grants a champion 55 attack damage and 30% attack speed. It also has a unique effect which causes the champion's auto attacks to reduce an enemy unit's armor by 15 each time they are hit, maxing at 45 armor reduction. A very obvious advantage for the Last Whisper is that it costs 575 less gold than the Black Cleaver, allowing one to purchase the Last Whisper earlier in the game and have gold left over for other items. So if one were to buy a Black Cleaver, what are they spending the extra gold on? Well, for starters, a Black Cleaver grants 15 more attack damage than the Last Whisper, not to mention 30% attack speed. However, the main advantage comes from the armor reducing effect. Let's take a situation where a champion is being dealt damage and see what would happen if the attacking champion had different items. In this scenario, Graves has 50 armor and is being hit by Ashe's auto attacks. For the sake of the example, we'll say she has 70 attack damage. If Ashe has no items, her damage will be multiplied by about 0.66 due to Graves' armor, resulting in her dealing approximately 46.2 damage to Graves. However, if Ashe has a Last Whisper, her attack damage will be increased to 110. She will also be able to penetrate 40% of Graves' armor, meaning only 30 of his armor will affect Ashe's attack. In the end, Ashe's attack of 110 physical damage will be multiplied by about 0.77 due to Graves' armor, resulting in her dealing approximately 84.6 damage to Graves. Therefore, the Last Whisper granted Ashe an additional 38.4 damage in this scenario. But what would happen if Ashe had the Black Cleaver? Well, her attack damage would be raised by 55 rather than 40, and she would be able to attack almost a fifth of a second faster due to the 30% attack speed. However, the 15 flat armor reduction is actually not applied until after the damage is dealt. This means that Ashe's first attack does not have the benefit of ignoring 15 of Graves' armor. In the end, her attack will deal approximately 83.3 damage. Let's examine what would happen in both scenarios if Ashe were to attack again. The damage dealt with Last Whisper Ashe would remain the same, giving her a total of 169.2 damage. However, Black Cleaver Ashe can now ignore 15 of Graves' armor. This will result in her doing approximately 92.6 damage to Graves, giving her a total of 175.9 damage. So in this scenario, after Ashe's second attack, the Black Cleaver would be more effective than the Last Whisper. Also keep in mind that Graves' armor was reduced by 15 again, meaning that the next attack would be even more effective. If Black Cleaver Ashe were able to attack Graves 4 times, on the 4th attack, she would be able to reap the full benefit of the Black Cleaver, ignoring 45 of Graves' armor and doing a grand total of approximately 399 damage to Graves. She would also deal this damage around 4/5 of a second faster than Last Whisper Ashe due to the 30% attack speed. While the Black Cleaver may seem more efficient in this scenario, let's take a look at another one. Let's say Ashe is attacking with 70 attack damage again, but against Rammus this time. Rammus has 130 armor, so in this scenario, the Last Whisper will have a greater value to work with. In fact, Last Whisper Ashe will deal approximately 61.8 damage to Rammus, while Black Cleaver Ashe will deal approximately 54.3 damage to Rammus. If we simulate 4 auto attacks to Rammus, we'll see that Last Whisper Ashe is more effective for the first 2 attacks, while Black Cleaver Ashe is more effective for the 3rd and 4th attacks. If we look at the total damage, we see that Last Whisper Ashe is more effective overall. However, Black Cleaver Ashe will become more effective after the 5th attack and will be able to deal each of her attacks about a fifth of a second faster. What is important to notice is that the Last Whisper will be more effective the more armor an enemy champion has. It should be noted that if any flat armor penetration from a source such as runes or masteries are in effect, the Last Whisper will be less efficient due to the fact that flat penetration is applied before penetration percentages. Another benefit to the Black Cleaver is that since it grants armor reduction rather than armor penetration, once a champion's armor has been reduced, Every allied champion that attacks it will be able to ignore up to 45 of the enemy champion's armor, while the last whisper will only benefit the attacking champion. In conclusion, the extra damage, attack speed, and team benefits of the Black Cleaver can definitely make it worth the extra 575 gold in many situations. While the last whisper can be useful, the Black Cleaver seems superior. This concludes this episode of Lol Math. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you'd like to be informed whenever I release new videos. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, or ideas for future episodes of Lol Math, feel free to post in the comments section underneath this video. Also, check out the previous Lol Math video by clicking on the annotation on the screen. Thanks for watching.